my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. Jada, I love you. All right. Jada, I love you. Uh-oh. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and in case you have been living under a rock, we have now seen the Oscars come and go, but most people are not talking about who won and who lost. They are talking about the fact that Will Smith took a swing and successfully bitch slapped, basically, Chris Rock.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
Right? And this whole situation has kind of spun into this idea that either A, he was defending his woman, or B, he is, I guess, now a pejorative that I probably shouldn't use. He's a cuck. I don't quite understand all of this, but I want to give a little bit of a different perspective because I don't really feel strongly either way. But from that speech we saw when Will Smith actually won for King Richard.
Be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. I want to be a vessel for love.
I think that's more telling than the entirety of this situation because it looked like a broken man. It looked like somebody that was on the verge of really losing it. And I think people fail to consider what's going on in these people's lives and why they are set off. Was this a bad joke? The idea that because Jada has no hair, she was G.I. Jane too. That was the extent of the joke. Was it bad? No. Was it a little insensitive? Sure, maybe. We don't know in this situation if Will Smith has been up with Jada at night, crying over this issue. She does suffer from alopecia. And as a woman, I can kind of understand the sensitivity of a subject like that. Like, I don't know what I would do if I was losing my hair. I don't know if I could leave the house. I don't know how I would function in that situation. So there may have been night after night where he is holding her crying, she's crying herself to sleep. We don't know how it affects her. But it was pretty, a milquetoast joke. It wasn't super offensive. It was just supposed to be something funny. It is Chris Rock. He is likely going to say something relatively offensive. He's been a comic for years. I find him hilarious most of the time. But this time, we don't know the situation behind the scenes. And I think that's what people fail to realize. I'm having some issues currently with my teeth. And honestly, it's really, really bothering me. So I kind of understand why that is so sensitive to her. So that's the first thing people have to consider when a lot of the times they don't. Another thing I think is we've never seen Will Smith act that way before. So what's the why in it? Why is he this upset? And I am not condoning violence in any way. I guess I should have started out saying that. But why is he this upset? We have to realize that, yes, these people are celebrities. But at their basic core, they are also people. What in this situation, when you think of Will Smith, you really do think of one of the nicest guys in Hollywood. One of the nicest people, whether it's his music or his acting. He's always there for people and he's a nice guy. What broke him? What broke him to this point that he is having such a hard time? Was it Jada? Was it the issues that have been out lately? Was it just the alopecia? What happened to break the camel's back? And I think that's exactly what we've seen. Chris Rock in this situation didn't deserve this, right? I think it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there saying, this is staged. I'm gonna I can't even entertain that idea. After watching it over and over again and seeing the reactions of not only Chris Rock and the reaction of Jada and then the reaction, of course, of Will Smith getting very upset, I just don't believe it. I don't believe that they would stage something this silly for views. Now, of course, Hollywood will do a lot of things when something's failing, but you have two black men going at each other. It's not a good look. They're not going to do this. So no, I don't think at all, not even 1% that this is staged. I don't. When we see, now in America, they actually muted it right away, but we were able to see, I believe overseas, I'm not sure, I was watching The Amazing Lucas when it all hit. So we were able to see what Will Smith was saying, and he basically said, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth, right? And I initially I looked at it as being a good defender of his wife. Then again, you have to go and say, hey, he's a public figure. This isn't something you do. So no, of course, this is a bad look for the Oscars. This is a bad look for basically everybody but Chris Rock in this situation, because I do think he handled it very, very well. I think he did the best with a bad situation, and honestly, he's kind of the GOAT of the night in this situation. But putting Chris Rock to the side and looking at the human part of this, we don't know why he was this upset. We also have to consider that Jada in this situation was pretty upset, right? This is something that bothers women that men may not understand. I can't even wrap my brain around the idea of losing my hair. I'm already going through enough with my teeth. I can't even begin to think about it. But I think a lot of people are attacking instead of understanding. Instead of realizing, of course, we shouldn't resort to violence. Of course, you shouldn't do this. But why? Go to the 5 whys. You always ask why 5 times, right? Why did he do this? Well, he was upset about the joke. Well, why was he upset about the joke? Well, because his wife suffers from alopecia. Well, why does she suffer from alopecia? It's something that maybe is genetic. Is it bothering her? What can be done about the situation? And how can we look at this from more of a perspective of, hey, maybe we should be a little bit more sensitive, but also at the same time understand that it's a joke. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. Again, I have no strong feelings either way. I just find it really a shame that the people yelling cuck the loudest are also the ones that champion the nuclear family. And it's pretty hypocritical to look at this and go, well, he was defending his wife, but now he's a cuck, even though they tried to work it out and keep their nuclear family, but we're going to yell things. And then you have this whole entire situation of a lot of men looking at it going, oh, men don't cry, men don't do this, men, we talked about this on stream last night when it came to, it was a super chat that said that Star Wars girls say men don't cry, they cry in the shower and they get over it, right? That is not how we should look at mental health for men. Men have the highest suicide rates. Men are in needing of mental health help just like women. And shaming them for crying or shaming them for any situation like this is not the way to go. It is okay to cry. It is okay to be upset. It's not okay to go to violence. That's where I will draw the line. But to have men attack men for their feelings is beyond me. It is like the pot calling the kettle black when there is actual mental health needed for men out there. And then on top of it, you're shaming them for how they feel. I just think it's pretty disgusting. I really, really do. And I do hope that Will Smith gets the help he deserves in this situation. And I do believe at this point, him and Chris Rock have basically worked it out, right? He's not pressing charges. And it is funny that he used an open hand. I'm not going to lie. Because, he knows that if you use a fist, that's a felony. So he used the open hand. And it's a lot more demeaning in my personal opinion. But I hope he gets the help he deserves. I hope he gets the help he needs. Because clearly something is going on. And that part of his life, his personal life, what is going on is not for us to judge, but to hope for the best, right? And honestly, maybe this needed to happen. Maybe it's one of those bittersweet things that needed to happen for him to get that outlet and to move on and to actually be able to reach out for help. You've got people like Bradley Cooper and Denzel Washington trying to calm him down, and then people shaming them for him needing help calming down. I don't understand the hypocrisy of it. Men's health is a real issue. Stop ignoring it and stop shaming people for it. I think that at the end of the day is what we really need to realize. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.